Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good day to you, and today we're going to start on spoken interaction part 1, and this is regarding oral examination in Singapore, and that will apply to you if you're interested in knowing. So as you can see, this is part 1, so the next part will be part 2. So we take a look. This is PSLE in when you're primary 6 or in grade 6. This is the oral picture description, which you are supposed to look at the picture and describe. But as you proceed to the secondary school where you are taking O level, you will not be describing a picture. That will be just too easy. So it actually goes beyond that. So if we take a look, secondary school spoken interaction is not picture description. You are not required to describe the picture. So what you actually need to do, these are the types of questions that will be coming at be asking you. So if you look at their personal response, which are supposed to tell me my experience about a time where something you planned went wrong, that will be personal response. Second, personal opinion. Why do you think people enjoy shopping so much? If it's a picture about shopping. And if it's general knowledge, what help has the government given to retrench workers? That means that you must be quite aware of what's going on of the current affairs in Singapore. So the objective of spoken interaction is to get your personal response, to give well thought of and develop personal response. Keyword develop. That's why it's bold. Clarity of expression. Second one, which is on expressing clearly with suitable use of vocabulary, sentence structure, and with good pronunciation. And last but not least, there must be interaction. Remember, it's spoken interaction. You must interact with the examiners. So you must take part enthusiastically with the examiners in a continuous discussion. Yeah, that's right. So what you need to do is to listen to the question carefully and do not describe the picture because you are not required to do so. You do not gain any points by doing so. So please stay clear of describing. If you're unsure of the question, you can politely ask the examiner to repeat. And you have to answer the question. Obviously, you are given a question, you have to answer it. Please don't deviate. Support your observation, interpretation, examples or evidence. That is what you call development. Well, without waiting for a prompt from examiners, that will allow you to score a very high score. And eye contact. Eye contact means that you do not look down at the picture when you're answering, means that it's a spoken interaction. There's no interaction if you are looking at the floor. That means you're interacting with the floor, but who cares about that? So you must interact with the examiners. So in this case, you need to establish eye contact with the examiners as they might hear enough and want to move on to the next question. So we're going to take a look at about 10 reasons why conversation breaks down. Okay, so when conversations break down, you have no idea what's going on, and this is bad. So we look at the reasons. Later we figure out what can we actually do to solve this problem. So this monosyllabic answers means that there is only one sound coming from you. It's like a robot. So if you look at comics, no. Yeah, fine. I just really wish you would talk to me. Monosyllabic poisoning has done some antidote. So in this case, the antidote will be the wine. So what happens is that if you answer the examiners using one syllable, such as no, fine, yes, no, bye, that'll be the last word, of course, then you're going to have a big problem with your hand. Not going to score well. So poor vocal projection means that you speak very softly like this and you have no idea. The examiners have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, back to normal. Like this.
I feel so unsure.
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
Let him go. Take your hand. Yes, I beg your pardon. And lead you to the dance floor as the music dies. Something in your eyes. Call to my silver spoon and all this said goodbye. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Patrick, thank you.
Thank you. You can stop now.
Thank you.
Can you maybe give me some comments?
No, we can't do that.
No.
Right now.
Let's see. Maybe you just tell me where's I lie, because this is a very tough song.
Patrick, where do we even start?
Okay, I tell you what, we couldn't even hear any of that. So there's really nothing to say.
Okay, so maybe I try to sing louder.
No. I think maybe that's how you sing. So that's really not going to be good enough, you know.
So where can I improve or anything?
You can improve by leaving this room. You know, you're really not suitable. I think we're all in agreement here. Shall we not all go through the comments?
Yes.
Patrick, we do not want to embarrass you.
Yeah.
And I think.
Because I'm self-taught, so maybe you can tell me, is it because maybe I need to...
Okay. I think the most important thing here is, in order for us to tell you what went wrong, we must first be able to think something from you. You see, we cannot even hear anything. How are we going to tell you what went wrong?
By the way, that was amplified, means that my apologies for the video quality, and because that is quite a long time ago for Singapore Idol. So next one. So you have one-sided conversation, means that it's not really an interaction. You're cutting people off and don't let people talk. That will be a one-sided conversation. And you have poor articulation, pronunciation. When you slumber and error burn into one, then you have no idea. Okay, that will be very poor articulation. No one can hear anything from you without them being a slur. Listen to this.
Hello?
Hello, Auntie. Hey, this is Vernon again. I need to do another party. Can I order food from you guys?
Yeah, can what you want?
What's the menu this weekend?
This week, fried rice, beef fried rice.
I like fried rice.
You want chicken curry?
Yeah, chicken curry is good.
Got also the nasi lemak. All you want?
Yeah.
So you can see that while fried rice become fly rice, so you realize that pronunciation is very important. Otherwise, you have all these kind of jokes coming out. So next, incoherent content. Basically, what it means is that if I ask you a question, you talk about something else. If I ask you about A, you talk about B. You're gonna have this effect on me if I'm the examiner. Something like this. This will be what I'll be hearing. Okay, so the expressionless. When you talk, please add some emotions. Please don't be like what you see over here. Okay, harsh voice, unfriendly voice. Please make sure that your voice is not too harsh. I know some of the males will have very harsh and crazy voice. But you can always control and try to project in a nice friendly voice, like not this.
Congratulations, you are still alive. Most people are so ungrateful to be alive. But not you. Not anymore.
So you can see that it's really harsh and totally unfriendly. Next. So we're going through some of the problems. There are a total of 10 problems actually, just like if you realize. So over here there are band 1. We are looking at the mark range, which is 16, 20, and 20 will be a perfect score. So let's take a look. We are considered personal response, which are coherent, which are logical to the examiner, not just to you. And they have to be well developed with your examples and all. So express ideas clearly using a wide range of well-chosen vocabulary and sentence structure, and supported by good pronunciation, which people can hear you clearly and without any confusion. So engage actively with examiners to sustain the discussion, introducing new ideas, opinions, or issues where appropriate. Okay, band 2, which is slightly lower range, you'll be looking at only the top 2 range. The rest, I don't really want you to go there. So band 2, which is 11 or 15, you see, I'll offer some thoughts, which is not all the time. Personal response, which are there to some extent. I mean, there are also ways to improve, but so you'll fall into this category. So express most ideas clearly using a range of largely appropriate vocabulary and structures, and supported by mostly correct pronunciation. While there will be some mishaps here and there, that's where you fall into this range. And engages with the examiners in a sustained discussion by responding well to the prompts, but you may not show much initiative. So that's why you see, when you don't have initiative, what you can get is that it's not really very well developed and well sustained, well supported. Here are 10 tips. Just like you have 10 problems, now we have 10 tips from the examiners. So the first one, either appear comfortable. Okay, even when you're riding a scooter and going down a hill. You know what I mean just like a oral conversation, not riding a scooter. Okay, so if you feel uncomfortable or awkward, the examiners, you'll talk to him and feel the discomfort, you get the idea. So, and you don't really want to put them in that position. So look around now and then, because you're having a spoken interaction. There's no interaction if you keep staring at it, will be very, very creepy. So in between the conversation, don't say anything for a few seconds, wait, then continue the conversation. So add some quiet time will help the examiners feel more comfortable. I mean, you see, it's always a balance. You don't quiet for too long, otherwise people will not think that you're able to continue your conversation. So smile like the kid. And be warm when you talk to someone, and smiling can let everyone know that you like their company and make them feel relaxed around you. Tip number 4, make sure you say something after smiling. Don't just smile and smile. That will be very, very creepy. And that's why, as you can read here over, it says awkward. Okay, number 5, don't fidget. Some of you, your mysterious finger will start to move or your leg will start tapping. Please don't do that, because the examiner can feel, can hear. It's just not a plus point. You show that you're awkward. And remember to make them feel relaxed. So you sit down calmly, look around to find new inspiration. If you can look out the window, after look back at the examiner and continue conversation, that will be the best. Okay, be interested, not just interesting, be interested in what. Look focused and avoid appearing distracted. If you keep peering at your back because of the phone, you could be showing that you're not focused at all, and you can't really blame the examiner for giving you low marks if you are distracted. And it's an insult because you're not taking this seriously. This is an examination. This is a practice, and they are taking their time. So if you're doing this, it will be an annoying insult. Okay, stop judging yourself. Just focus on the conversation. It's acceptable to say something silly now and then, like halabaloo or something along that line. So you just got to share your personal experience, observations, and or thoughts. And people are forgiving and likable if you remain relaxed and confident. Keyword relaxed and confident. Tapping doesn't help, or fidgeting. So don't be at the opposite spectrum, which is over ego. So if you are talking continuously, there's no pause, that's just crazy, because you're just shows that you're like a chatterbox with no maybe coherent thoughts. So please pause so that you show that you are confident. Otherwise you'll be like very fidgety. Or so read the examiner's body language. Sometimes enough is enough. You talk too much. Just look for clues. They will want to interject your speech with questions or clarification, because if you keep talking and don't allow them to ask you questions, this is not an interaction. This will be a one-sided conversation. See a problem just now? If you're unsure about your fluency in English, speak in short sentences. And last but not least, tip number 10, never give the impression that you want to leave. Your body language turn towards the side and you position yourself and keep looking out the window, the examiners know, and they know very well that you wanted to leave. So bye-bye, and you will see your marks with goodbye to a pass. Make sure for body language and facial expression show that you are willing and very, very interested, remember just now, in staying and making a good impression. These are the practices which you can find there. There are a total of 3 practices, and in between you can stop the video at any time to look at a video. So the standard practice is that you look at a picture, think of what you want to say for 5 minutes. Then there are 3 questions that are given to you, but I won't be pausing for 5 minutes because that will be too long. So what happens is that you can pause the video. After a while, wait for the next one. There'll be 3 questions asked to you, then you will answer them accordingly, and this is how you can practice. Okay, so we'll go on to the first practice. Practice number 1. This is the first picture, and if you wish to pause the video, this will be a very good time. Okay, I'll be going on to the next part. You have 5 minutes for practice, so please take your time and time yourself. Okay, these are the questions that will be coming up. The first question: what are your thoughts when you see the picture? Next one: how would you describe your educational journey so far? See the relation? And last, education is not the feeling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. Do you agree? Okay, so with this question in mind, try to answer them as I asked you. You can pause anytime after each question for next practices, and make sure they answer them while give personal and well-developed answers as a practice for yourself. You can even record it down and pass it to your teacher as a form of practice. Okay, so next, practice 2. You can pause now, but I shall be moving on. Practice 2, first question. What is this place and what activities take place here? Second question. What tasks would the persons wearing the caps perform, and what type of skills are required for such activities? And third question. Imagine you're one of the workers in this place. What situations might you encounter, and what positive or negative emotions might you experience in a typical day? These are 3 prompts that you'll receive. You can pause now and try to answer the question. If not, we'll move on to the next practice. Practice 3. And next, practice 3. Practice 3, first question. Would you choose this place for a meal with friends? Why or why not? What are the popular places where young people like to meet in your neighborhood? And third question. Many teenagers seem to prefer meeting in air-conditioned places. Do you think this shows that teenagers are too pampered these days? Okay, this will be the end of the practice. You can pause anytime to practice the videos, and that's it for now. This is part 1. Thank you and have a nice day.